Hello and welcome back to True Crime Guys Podcast. I'm Michael.
And I am Andy.
Yes, he is.
I have not left. I am still here. You shall not be rid of me this easily.
We don't even want to get rid of you, Andy.
Oh,
Literally would just be a one-person show without you.
Cool. I have very bad voices in my head then.
Yeah. A lot of people do. But no, we are back, and we decided to do something a little different for this TCG episode. We decided to do like a what do they say in the industry? Relaxed fit episode. I think is what they say, Andy.
We're putting on our lounge wear today. We're putting on our leisure wear.
And we're typically not very good at this, I don't think. Like our show is already relaxed enough. I feel like doing relaxed fit is barely trying.
I mean, I still wore my slippers regardless.
Well, you always do. That's fine. But no, this week is going to be a little more in the vein of, what would you say, strange shorts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Andy?
Yeah,
kind of like our strange shorts episodes. But it's more current, more updated things in the true crime world. And we're trying to be a little more, a little more important with these cases in this episode, wouldn't you say, Andy?
Definitely more important.
We're not talking about, some man who was mistakenly attacked by his rooster or something weird like that,
Not any roosters at all.
Oh Lord, here we go. You got some weird bird stories, I'm sure.
There's no birds, but yeah, we're all kind of enjoying like the spring break vibes around here. We know we kind of took it a little bit later than most people did. School's about to be getting out for most kids, and I just came back from a vacation. Michael's been kind of dealing with a spring break vacation of his own.
Yeah, dealing with. I had family in town. The in-laws were in town. My wife's mother and sister. So we have been, for the last week, we spent a lot of time with them. So that is why we are doing this Relax Fit episode for TCG this week. And we instead of taking time off here at True Crime Guys, we just take spontaneous weeks.
Yeah.
I've had somebody tell me, they were like, you got to schedule your breaks or the world or your body will schedule them for you, right?
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Your body will always schedule them for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do need some time off. We do need some breaks. Maybe we'll start taking the summers off, Andy. I don't know. I mean, that's what they do in school, right?
Yeah, I mean, we are always learning, aren't we?
We are always learning. But for now, we're going to keep going with TCG proper. If you guys don't know, Strange and Unexplained is on a break for the summer. It will return September 4th. That is Monday, September 4th on the free platform. We'll be back with more Strange and Unexplained cases on there. But for now, there's like 120 episodes or something like that. So that's 130.
Pretty good chunk of time. Good chunk of change there.
Yeah, that's a few hours to keep you busy.
Oh yeah, take some Adderall. You'll get through it in a weekend.
That's right. Don't tell them that. Damn it, Andy. We're trying to stretch it out.
That's just my research strategy.
Right. And of course, guys, there's always more content at patreon.com/truecrimeguys, where for absolutely free you can get a free trial for 7 days on the $2 tier, which give you access to 1 through 50 of our first episodes that are in the vault with myself and Lauren, as well as every Patreon exclusive. And if it has video content, the video content as well.
Soon to be episodes 1 through 100.
Yes. Episodes 50 to 100 will be going into the vault here this summer, probably in June. So we will keep you guys posted on that. If you're like, hey, where the hell are those episodes? That's where they went. They went to the vault. So
they went into storage.
That's right. But like I said, guys, you can get a 7-day free trial. And, if you're really diligent, like Andy says, you can knock those things out in a week, right?
If you've got some demons to battle, you can really knock those things out.
You got a lot of monotonous things to do.
Yeah.
We'll gladly be in your ears.
Why don't you clean that garage?
That's right.
Why don't you get that spring cleaning done that you put off for 6 years?
Exactly. But yeah, guys, next week we'll be back with a regular episode. We'll be back on YouTube and all of that good stuff. But for now, Andy is going to entertain us beyond all belief with some hilarity in the true crime world.
To an extent, Michael, I had a little bit of fun this past week. I just got back from the West Coast.
The West Coast, that's right.
Went to California. It's good to Andy.
I'm sure you had a blast in California.
I did.
Andy, due to their laws and regulations.
I was out in Los Angeles, sunny LA. Had a good time. Went to a music festival. Got to see some celebrities. Only the A-listers though. I travel in some pretty high circles, Michael.
Like, what were some A-listers that you saw?
I don't mean to name drop Michael, but little guy named Pauly Shore. I do love the fact that was the only celebrity that I saw when I was in California was Pauly Shore.
What was he doing?
He was just sitting next to me.
What? He was sitting next to you? Did you talk to him?
We were both at a stoplight, and I had the windows down. And I look over, and Pauly Shore is just sitting in like a bright green, like old Roadrunner.
Oh,
like,
he wants to be noticed.
like GTO with the top down, all the windows down, no sunglasses on. I'm like, just kind of look over, and I lean back and look at my girlfriend. I'm like, am I really high?
Or is that
Or was that Pauly Shore? She just kind of looked over. She's like, that is Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
And you are pretty high. But yeah, we had like three blocks of just like stoplight, right next to Pauly Shore the whole time. And I just kept looking over at him like, unironically, big fan.
Right?
Encino Man, pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, right.
Like unironically, big fan.
Oh my God.
But
That's
no,
pretty
man,
cool, man.
had a pretty good trip out there. Enjoyed the West Coast. Got to see a few good sights and stuff. But I got to bring some souvenirs back. I got to pick up a few packages for everybody while I was out there. I got to bring Michael some treats back as well.
Right.
But Michael, have you ever gotten something that you really weren't expecting and you didn't really know how to act about it?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of putting me on the spot. I can't think of a situation in particular, but I'm sure.
Well, this DC woman, she has been getting special deliveries for like months at this point, and she has not been ordering them.
What kind of special deliveries, though?
She has gotten almost $4,000 worth of children's accessories and other bedding items for kids over the past few months.
Does she have children?
No.
Okay.
DC woman says she has been plagued by Amazon deliveries addressed to a stranger. Liz Geltman estimates that she's received about $4,000 worth of sheets and children's bedding over the past months. Because she's lived in DC for the past 30 years, but this has started happening last fall. She started getting items from Amazon for items that she did not order. And it's not just 1 or 2 boxes. She's received about 80 boxes so far.
80 okay. Somebody, what the hell's going on?
My first thought was...
You put the wrong address in, right? Okay, maybe after the first, second, third package not coming to your house, you got to contact him and be like, what's going on? Like, where are these being delivered, right?
You would think so, but the packages are addressed to a Ming Shi Quan, and Liz says she doesn't know a Ming Shi Quan. But she's called Amazon multiple times to let them know, she's like, these are not mine, stop dropping them off. And Amazon just says, yours now. Like, she just keeps getting thousands of dollars.
But it has her address, right?
Has her address, but it's not her name.
Yeah.
My first thought was like, I would definitely be giving those boxes to the police. Like, after you've gotten like 20 or so shipments of like weirdly specific items, like, I feel like something else is in these packages that I'm not seeing. Like, it would just be one. That's just my first thought. I know I'm a little paranoid sometimes. I was just like, I feel like there's something in those packages you're not seeing. Remember how we talked about last time we were on the show?
She's gone through them, right?
We were on the show about the guy who accidentally ordered like $2 million worth of like fentanyl to a Long John Silver's or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was my first thought, was like somebody ordered like a bunch of shipments to be like kind of like miscellaneously dropped off or something.
Right.
And it's like,
but these are being delivered by Amazon, and they have children's items in them. I think there's some mother at home wondering where the hell her kids are running around naked and they don't have any bed sheets.
I guess so, but after that point, it's like, how many times have you put in how many times have you ordered something on Amazon and been like, it's not shown up, it's still not here? How much money have you spent on Amazon and gotten nothing? Like,
maybe she just does it for like retail therapy. She's like, I'm just gonna buy something for the kids. And then I feel so much better. And then
it never came.
Yeah.
It was like a drunk Amazon shopper the whole time.
It's like, perfect. Now I can hide my expenses from my husband because nothing ever shows up.
Or just sadly, it's like an Alzheimer's patient who just keeps trying to order her grandkids new sheets.
Yeah,
that was one of my second thoughts.
Forgets.
Just like, I need to order new sheets for them. Oh yeah, I need to order new sheets for them, and just like continuously over and over. I was like, that's
10-second Tom type deal.
Just the fucking memento brain, 50 first dates.
Yep.
But that was my first thing. She's like, it's continuously frustrating, but every time they do this, like the driver comes up and she like runs out to them and be like, stop, it's not mine. That's not my name. Right. Don't drop it off. And you're just like, drop. just walk away. Like, but listen.
Address on box, match address on house.
I don't get paid enough to think, lady.
Take it.
I don't get paid enough to...
This is what you do, lady, in DC. If you happen to be listening to this random one-off episode of TCG, you go to the flea market and you open up the best fucking table there. Because kids' stuff sells amazing, and all that's brand new. You have nothing in it.
Or you just donate a shit ton of children's items for tax write-offs.
Yeah, or just donate a shit ton of it.
Yeah, you could just be a fucking guardian angel for some shelter this season, but no, you're going to go to the police and be like, stop delivering these goods to my house. I don't want to keep feeling good. I've already supplied every goddamn kid on the street.
You never know, man. Maybe she always wanted children and it didn't work out for her in her life, and this is just a constant reminder. It just tortures her every time she opens the box.
Or it's just some very wealthy person who has a bedwetter, and instead of actually just changing the sheets, they just buy new ones every time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, not using these again.
Yeah. Just burn them, throw them away.
Just burn them, throw them away. Yeah, no more sheets. These stink. We don't do laundry in this house. We buy new clothes.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because it just made me think of all those times whenever I was in quarantine, just ordering so many packages, and everybody was just like, what's coming today? What's coming today? I need everything delivered.
Right.
And now somebody had everything delivered and it's not theirs.
That's got to suck, especially if you do use Amazon a lot and you're expecting certain things.
I feel like if you had some reward points at this point, might have racked something up.
Right.
Too bad this isn't like Sharper Image or anything. But I wanted to take another real quick because I saw this story this week and it just caught my attention, and I was really happy for it because it was like, how is this possible? Even in Florida. And then when you hear the headline, you'll be like, even in Florida, how is this possible?
You really think I'm going to be surprised at this?
Man loses arm in gator attack behind Florida bar.
Why is that hard to believe, Andy?
Because my first thought was
drinking, Florida, gator.
It was like, but I thought the gator was in the bar, behind the bar.
Now, if the gator lost his arm after drinking in the bar, that would be crazy.
True. Yeah, my first thought was, why is the gator at the bar?
Yeah.
Why is the gator behind the bar? Like, all I could imagine was just
probably like in some random location,
just
right?
near
a
swamp in the Everglades.
Yeah,
I just imagine some gator just sitting there in like a trench coat and a hat, just being like, they can't tell I'm a gator. It works every time. There you go. Tell me. The hat falls off your
He's like, what is that? What's that Disney movie, Princess and the Frog, where that gator wants to play a trumpet in a jazz band?
Yeah, he's Lewis. That's all I can think of. It's just like somebody coming like just a gator, just disguised as a person trying to be in the bar.
In a jazz band.
I heard there was an open mic night in here. I just wanted to. You guys got like a list you got to sign up in? Or, I mean, you just got to. Sorry. Sorry, I thought I saw a marmot over there.
Oh my god.
But no, I was so confused. I was like, why is this gator in the bar? Why is he behind the bar? Like, is the gator drinking?
No, I think they mean like behind the entire building.
That's what it turned out to be. It was actually behind Bandito's bar in Port Charlotte, where a 23-year-old male sustained several injuries and lost an arm to a gator. But apparently there's at least 20 years now. There's a big one that's lived there. He's about 20 years old now, at least, local residents said. But people, there was a restaurant there that people just kept going out back and like feeding the gators.
Oh man, nobody's seen Lake Placid, dude.
Yeah, I love that movie. I genuinely love that movie.
It holds up. It's still good.
But yeah, I was just like, they recently tore a restaurant down. But I know people did feed that gator a lot, just throw all their leftovers down there, which. Noting that is very much prohibited in Florida.
Yeah.
Please do not feed the gators. They already have enough trouble with them.
Right.
But yeah, I was very confused. I was so happy about this story because I just had all these great images in my head of a gator wearing a trench coat and sunglasses in a local bar. Like, yeah, I'll take a jack and just something and just be like, wait a minute. Kind of like the chef in the Loch Ness Monster.
Right.
Well, it's about this time I realized that this local patron had grease scales for skin that's about 22 feet long. And I said, God damn it, Gator.
God damn it.
I ain't giving you no Jack and Coke. But no, local man loses behind the bar. Either way, like there's a big gator behind the bar, and I'm just imagining it was like somebody either walked out there and was like fucking with the gator, or if it was just some sad employee was like taking out the trash, and some gator was trying to eat out of the trash like a raccoon.
Right.
That's how I imagine Florida gators are. They're just like the raccoons of Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. The much more dangerous raccoons of Florida.
They're the unopposable thumbs of Florida.
Can literally take an arm.
They'll take your trash, your arm, your dog.
It would have been a lot funnier if he was in the bar. Absolutely.
I genuinely was like,
or if he was the bartender. And somebody got smart with him and then he bit someone's arm off.
Or someone like threw a gator at the bartender. Like if that was their weapon of assault. Like just threw it. Like went out to their truck, came back in with like a 10-foot gator. And tossed it over the... That was all I could think. I was like, how is a gator in here?
I was just thinking, if you're going to use a gator for a weapon, you got to be really picky about the size. You know what I mean? Because if it's too heavy, you can't throw it. But if it's not big enough, it's not going to do enough damage.
Yeah, that's when you got to get the little ones. I got like throw them in like a hot tub or something like that. That's
you need like a good 3-foot gator, I think.
Yeah, the baby gators are just to scare you. That's what they nip you, they'll pinch, take a finger maybe.
They're just a distraction. You know how people do the fight thing where they throw something up and then the person tries to catch it? Imagine if you throw a gator at them. They're definitely going to want to do something about that.
Pocket gator.
Trench coat gator.
Pocket gator. That's why I carry 2 gators in the back of my truck at all times. One little, one big. One's a distraction. One's the real threat.
That's right. And while you're looking at both of them, I'm going to shoot you.
While you're looking at them, I'm going to shoot you. Because this is Florida.
That's right.
I don't need to kill you with a gator. But speaking of water animals, Michael, I did have a pretty scary thought this summer.
Is it a platypus story?
It's not a platypus story.
Damn it!
It is a shark story, Michael.
Oh, I know. Like sharks.
I'm not a big fan of the ocean. I don't know how much.
I hate the ocean.
We're not big fans of going into the deep water. I like to see a pool where I can see the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine. Even a good river or a lake, I'm fine with. But the ocean, nah, man, we ain't supposed to be in there.
We're more creek boys.
Yeah,
we grew up in creeks.
I can swim fine. I just don't know what's in there swimming with me.
Yeah, you know I don't like it. Yucky toes. Don't touch me. I don't like that. But we always don't like the water, and just the biggest thing this summer, everybody goes to the beach, especially out in the coast, North Carolina. Myrtle Beach is popular.
Course, yeah.
Everybody's always worried about shark attacks out in that ocean. But god damn it, Michael, we now have to worry about shark attacks on land too.
Son of a bitch.
Sharks
have legs?
Sharks have legs? No, but I don't know what they have. But now we have to worry about shark attacks on land. This is getting ridiculous. Sharknado is about to happen. But a man gets bitten by a shark out of the water.
Out of the water. Nice.
Shark gets out of the water to bite a man on the dock. No.
Oh.
In the Summerland Key, Florida, a man was attacked by a shark while fishing in the Florida Keys. Deputies said the 35-year-old was fishing off a dock on Flagship Drive on Summerland Key when the attack happened at about 8 p.m. According to the office, the shark got out of the water and bit the angler on his foot.
That's insane.
And his condition is not yet known, but he did have to be taken to the local hospital. He was airlifted to the Jackson South Medical Center after the attack. But either way, he was not in the water. He was on a dock.
Wouldn't it be funny if he jumped up on the opposit side of the dock and the guy's just sitting there fishing with headphones and he's just flopping to him?
Just the Jaws theme is like, damn it. Damn it. But he's just flipping himself over there.
He just bites him on what the hell? Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
Throws a shark back in there.
Thought this was the one place I was safe.
Right.
It's the one day I didn't bring my shark repellent.
It must have been high tide or something, right?
I guess. That shark's just got some hops, man. That shark is just free willied up onto the dock.
They're getting desperate out there, man.
Yeah, Jaws.
These fishermen are taking all their damn fish.
I guess so, but I've never seen a shark just literally just hop up onto a dock to bite somebody. They don't say how big the shark was either, which I'm curious to see. It only bit him in the foot, so it wasn't big enough to take the foot off.
Right.
But it still was big enough to get enough force out of the water.
It's
up
just
onto
hilarious
the top.
Either way that this fish was so damn motivated to get to eat that it jumped up there and even if it's a small shark, it's even funnier. It's damn, the ball's on that shark, man.
I feel like this was a very personal attack. I feel like the shark was was swimming around trying to catch, trying to eat, and this guy just kept catching all the fish right before the shark could get there. And the shark was like, "You son of a bitch!" Just jumped out of there. Was like, "I'm getting it, God! I'm getting you and a fish."
A fucking Joe Pesci shark.
All right, motherfucker. Oh, you think you're funny? You think you're funny?
Guess what? I'm gonna eat today.
Oh, you think you're funny? I'll get you motherfucker. Just jumps out of there. He thinks it's a carrot on a string bit. Just jumping. Oh, you trying to pull it out of me again? Yeah, you gotta be faster than me, motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, I just imagined a very angry, pissed off small shark who was just getting all of his meals just jerked away real quick. He's just like, what the fuck? The fish is right there. I'm about to eat it, and then wham, it just flies out of the water. I'm going after it.
The ocean is dangerous, man. You can't even stand on the damn shore.
And now they're coming after us on our turf?
That's right.
No. No.
That's why we got to stay out of theirs.
Yeah, they
stay out of theirs.
This is why I keep telling people, stop going to the ocean. You usually do not get shark attacks outside the ocean. No, let's just keep it further back. Okay, let's just back up off there. Now we're on their lawn, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're basically saying, get off our lawn.
And especially the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the East Coast, but man, we got the grossest ocean, bro.
Oh yeah, it's dirty.
It is dark green. If you think the ocean is a safe place, go out to Myrtle Beach. Go out in the ocean.
I would not say Myrtle Beach and safe in the same word.
Exactly.
Ever.
Exactly.
It's a safe bet you'll get robbed there. Sharks are their least worry at Myrtle
Right.
Beach.
It's like a mini trashier Vegas, pretty much.
I feel like Myrtle Beach is just Daytona Beach light.
Yeah.
It's just like
Daytona Beach.
like Panama City light.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
all
for
those
real.
terrible like spring break areas in Florida, but just in North and South Carolina, like right there on the both South, like North and South Carolina borders. That's where Myrtle Beach is, and it just sucks. Like it's just a bunch of mobile homes and stilt homes and a bunch of tan lined rednecks.
Bunch of jacked up golf carts.
Yes, there are some
broken Corona bottles.
There are some pimp my golf carts out there. Exhibit must have went out there and set up shop.
There are so many better beaches to go to in the Carolinas, though. Honestly.
Oh God!
Like go to Charleston.
Go anywhere but Myrtle Beach.
Oh man, yeah. Go to Charleston, South Carolina. Or go to the Outer Banks.
Yeah, go to like Oak Island.
Oak
or
Island
somewhere
is
like
a great one. Yeah.
Go Hilton Head. Go anywhere else except for fucking Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Everybody who goes to Myrtle Beach, they know why they go there.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And we'll just leave it at that.
But yeah, so now we apparently have to worry about sharks on land too, Michael. So yeah, like I said, stay off their lawn.
Sharks, man.
We will stay out of your house. Your house is the water, but we thought we could be on the yard, but apparently not.
We cannot.
Can't even sit in the yard.
That's right. Stay off the deck.
Get off my deck. Yeah, get off my deck. But speaking of some weird choices by animals, I feel like that was definitely a choice by that shark.
Yeah, man.
Because that seemed like that was a
stuck to
personal choice. That was an attack. That was a definite decision that shark made.
No doubt.
But researchers right here are starting to worry because right now some endangered seals need to make better choices. Researchers say, after they have begged the endangered seals to stop sticking eels up their nose. This is a wild occurrence.
Did you just say they're begging them?
Yeah, I don't know how
is that effective exactly?
I feel like
seals don't speak.
They don't speak, but I feel like it was like maybe they put out like some signs, like the deer crossing signs. It had like a seal, like no eel nose, no. But monk seal researchers in Hawaii are stumped after finding multiple seals with eels stuck up their nose. And I was very curious about this because nowhere in this article do they ever say that. Well, did you guys ever try it?
Exactly.
Maybe
that's what I was about to say. Also, how do we know this is not the eel's fault?
That's what I was thinking too. It's like
because seals don't have appendages; they don't have hands. They can't. How are they going to grab a little eel, especially one small enough to go up their nose?
Yeah, I don't see any. Like I couldn't never imagine like a seal, doing like a Tony Montana line across a rock and pick up an eel. Yeah, that wasn't really I think what was happening, but. Apparently, this post has been shared a lot, but you can see the link in the description below. It's a big ass seal, and it looks like it has a tail coming out of its face. It's like a spotted eel that comes all the way down its nose. But yeah, apparently these juvenile seals have been getting eels stuck in their noses multiple times. One person wrote, "This is a gateway drug for eel."
That is so weird, dude.
Glad to know the seal is now healthy and no longer eel.
But see yourself out.
See yourself out. I love these comments. But yeah, apparently they were like, he said the Washington Post reported Charles Littman, one of the scientists, have been dealing with this issue for a couple of years now.
Whoa.
Because he said one day he woke up to find an email with the subject, eel in nose, which normally you would not expect that to be like a for real work email. That's more like a look at this meme I found.
Yeah.
But no, he was like, I'm sorry, this is marked important.
Okay, I just pulled up the picture, and whoa, these eels are a lot bigger than I thought they were.
Right? It's not like a little worm. It's like a snake.
Look at this seal's other nostril. Guys, there's the link below the description of this episode. Look at his other nostril, and then the fact that eel can fit in that nostril. That eel's doing that, man. Look at his eyes.
That's what I was thinking too.
Either that or he's getting some weird psychedelic effect off of it, like you were saying earlier.
He's high as a motherfucker.
He's
off that
either
eel.
high or he's like in pain, dude, because this don't look right.
Yeah, he's got one hell of a clogged nostril right there. But yeah, they were saying they have no idea why this is suddenly happening. You see some very strange things, but these are some oddities that have definitely got some mysteries for our careers now. But yeah, it's like all I could think of was like, I feel like the eels are doing this. I don't feel like it's the seals. I don't feel like the seals have enough like knowledge or ability to suck an eel up its nose.
No, there's something about their mucus or something, right? That the eel probably likes, or maybe it's feeding off of something.
Or they're trying to find like a home for shelter or something like that.
Yeah,
but apparently, after pitching a couple of ideas on how to fix it, the team decided maybe we should just pull it out, and it worked. Like how long of a discussion did you have on that? Like,
right.
I wonder how we get this thing out of here. Man. Yeah, I feel like
anybody bring a winch? No?
Anybody bring some Astroglide?
Do we have a really small plunger?
Get some butter?
Do we... WD-40 and some gloves.
But yeah, I just can't imagine. I feel like there's got to be one person in that lab who was just like, I mean, I'll try it. Maybe.
Right? It's like, what are you worried about? The eel being a hammerhead or some shit? Pull that bitch out of there.
Yeah, apparently all the ones that they found, they've pulled the eels out of the seal's nose, and all the seals seem to be fine, but every eel that they've pulled out has died, which is, I mean, understanding. But because I'm sure that this thing thought it was going into like a shelter hole, and then it realized it was in a fucking nostril and just suffocated or died somehow.
Yeah.
But it seems like a scene out of Alien, really. It
really does, dude.
It looks like an alien invading this seal's face. Like it looks like a extraterrestrial creature like stuck into its head.
It is strange. It's just a weird gray spotted eel.
Yeah, they are creepy little bastards too. I'm not a fan. I don't like water snakes. I don't like snakes really that much anyways, but another thing, I don't want to get in the ocean. I don't want to get in dark bodies of water that I can't see the bottom of. There could be little spotted snakes swimming around that want to get in my nose.
And these seals are the most adorable seals, honestly. These Hawaiian monk seals. That's what they are. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We need to save these things.
Could you imagine the fucking like knapsack you could make out of that thing? It would be gorgeous. Some shoes and stuff.
Dare you? How dare you?
The leather. God, the quality on that baby.
The audacity of this man.
The quality right there. That's some.
Like, we can make you a little eel skin coin purse with all the dead eels.
Make you a eel skin condom.
Yeah, there you go.
Make you a couple of them.
They're electrifying.
Charged for her electrically charged for her pleasure.
That's right.
Is this for pleasure?
Oh.
Well, that definitely got me there.
Yep.
I can't get there ever again.
Oh my god. All right, Andy. So what else you got for us?
Well, I think that might be a pretty good spot to take an ad break, Mike.
Oh, you want to take a little break?
We got some bills to pay around here, Mike. We got some.
We do indeed.
We got bills to pay. We got stuff to do. We got to keep these lights on in here.
That's right. That's right.
Make sure we all look good.
That's right. So let's take a little ad break, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
I bet you will.
You know, health is deeply human, and it has to be personal. So Care of is there to help you find what works for you. Care of's app helps you build a holistic routine and track your progress over time. Plus, you can earn rewards for sticking with your healthy habits. You take a short, in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and health goals for a personalized doctor-backed recommendation. The quiz can be retaken at any time to switch up your packs as your lifestyle needs a change. One of the best things about the way Care of works is it takes the guesswork out of everything. You get a packet of supplements assigned perfectly to you and your health goals. And lucky for you creepers, we're offering you a 50% off discount. For 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter Creeper50. That's takecareof.com, code word Creeper50. All right, welcome back, everybody.
Feels so nice to have a real nice break in your job sometimes.
Yeah, I enjoyed the break.
Really break up the monotony of things.
That's right.
Get a breather in here, really air it out.
That's right. Even though they had to hear an ad, they probably just skipped through it.
Well, some people are dedicated.
That's true.
Some people may have thought that ad was really beneficial, and they may be buying it right now.
We can only hope.
With code word Creeper. But no,
Great,
Michael,
I hope that was the code word.
I'm just assuming it usually is. But no, Michael, I wanted to bring something to your attention because we've kind of grown up in a kind of religious upbringing, but we grew up in more of the Bible Belt, the Southern Baptist, the old Protestant area and stuff like that. But there's always been other areas of Christianity that have struggled with some less than I don't know, bright things, I guess, some less than favorable issues like like Catholics and priests and stuff. But we weren't really growing up in the Catholic area. But there's a new law that's being passed in France right now that's going to be revolving around Catholic priests that I really wanted to touch on with you because I wanted to get your opinion on this.
Oh, I'd love to give it to you.
So Catholic priests are now to be made to wear QR codes so that people can tell whether they are sex offenders or not.
Oh my.
That is
QR codes.
And
it's going to pull up their resume when you scan it?
Yeah, they're gonna get it's like a trading card thing. You'll have to pull up on their little collar or whatever and get.
Oh my God, it's gonna be on the collar.
That would be great.
That'd be hilarious if it was right on the white part.
That's the perfect spot to put it.
That's the perfect spot to put it.
That really is the perfect spot to put it.
Oh my God.
I can see why they chose the QR code. Actually,
Father, could you hold still?
Could you just tilt your chin up a little bit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Whoa. No, it's like okay, yeah. Timothy will be at practice tonight.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, he can take some extra lessons.
Stay on the straight and narrow, Father.
Yeah, he can take some extra lessons. But yeah, they will be now Catholic priests in France will be made to wear QR codes so that members of the public can scan them to find out whether they are a sex offender or not. This is part of a sexual abuse clampdown, and members of the public will see a green, orange, or red light depending on the priest's status. Which, first thought, there should not be a red light.
Right.
There should be a green light only. How about that?
Yeah. How about if you have anything other than green, you lose the collar altogether.
They take your QR code away.
That's right. They take your collar.
You don't get a QR code anymore.
You
get
your key to the church or whatever.
But yeah, the ID card will be introduced to show information about the priest, and its main function is to reveal whether the priest is qualified to lead mass or hear confessions. Sure it is. Mm-hmm. The code will also disclose whether the priest has been stripped of their clerical statuses. Why are you still priesting?
Why? That's what I'm saying.
If it blows up with a bleep, 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 not a priest. That's no longer a priest. That's not a good sign. Why do you still have the card?
Why do you still have it?
But it will not explicitly state by the priest has had their status stripped. However, a red color code would serve as a signal that they may have faced sexual abuse charges. I think you're going to need to get a pretty solid color code on that one.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So red is just pretty bad.
Red's like your last stop, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's like getting your cards
Okay, look. Strike 1, you go to yellow.
Yes.
Strike 2, you go to red.
You only get 2.
Strike 3.
We're taking your collar.
We're taking your damn collar.
We're taking your collar.
You made us look like a fool. And you bolstered a stereotype.
We're putting this QR code on your forehead.
That's right.
Fucking inglorious bastard in this shit. But yeah, the public can therefore find out whether their bishops, deacons, and priests are possible sex offenders, according to a French broadcast. The orange light could indicate that a priest who has been ordained recently but is not qualified to lead a mass yet. Maybe they haven't gone through all of their, I don't know what priests have to go through, all their trials and
right.
Whatever Jedis normally have to go through, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
But green indicates that a priest is fully authorized to lead mass. I just want to see. There needs to be like a whole lineup of every priest when they get these cards out. It's like, all right, we're going to go down the line to make sure every single one of these doesn't just blink up green. Yeah. We have the list. Right. We know what it is.
Yeah.
Your card better match. You're not switching cards with Father O'Donohue over there. Yeah, the new system was confirmed at the French Bishops' Conference as designed to make the church more transparent. Okay. However, this has been met with some criticism from sex abuse survivor groups, as you might guess, because it's more or less thinking it's a quite exceptional measure in which, in my opinion, is one of the Catholic Church's top 3 most stupid ideas. Francois Deveau, a former president of the Church Abuse Survivors Group, has said, top 3. That's top 3. I want to know what your other 2 are. I kind of want to hear what his other 2 are.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I've got my 3. What's your 3? It's like, what's your Mount Rushmore of church mistakes? We got crusades up there. We got witch hunts up there. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We got some honorable mentions. We got some honorable mentions down here. They got a plaque at the bottom.
Right. Got all that shit caused by Martin Luther.
Yeah, they didn't actually get carved into stone. They just got a plaque at the bottom.
That's right.
But he added, if we have to scan the QR codes of clergy members to reassure us that they're okay, it means the church has pretty much hit rock bottom. Nothing more than a publicity stunt, and it shows to the extent in which trust has been broken between the faithful and their hierarchy.
Damn.
Yeah, you
said.
Well said, my man. It's yeah. Because right now French priests are already required to carry a paper document called a célibat, which confirms their profession and qualification. Mm-hmm. However, these are highly been criticized for being difficult to keep up to date. So now apparently this digital system, everybody's just gonna have an app they can just upload their, whether or not you've touched a kid or not this year. Like it's kind of like doing your W-2, I guess, into the year.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're building a new digital system
to
keep checking your priests. But yeah, I wonder who, the database that lists the status of each priest will be updated once a year. However, in cases of serious infractions, the database will be updated immediately. Again, I need to know who is making the decisions on what's the immediate infraction, when do we need to update this later,
Right.
how many times are we going to get an
'Cause
appeal?
if it's the Catholic Church, which, right, freedom of religion, it probably is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, how much weight does this hold?
Exactly. How much weight does this hold? Because this is the Catholic Church putting this into place. Like this was approved by the, the French bishops conglomerate or whatever, the French bishops conference.
Right.
So yeah, this was a actual church decision to do this. So yeah, they're actually saying like, so are you're gonna police the police type deal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Right.
Sure. I trust you.
Yep, definitely. I'll check the QR code.
Yeah. I want to
It's
see like
just a way to cover their asses, I think, too.
I feel like Catholic priests at this point, when you're gonna start scanning priests with like a QR code, they're gonna have like their own websites, like doctors for reviews and stuff, like by like patients. Like you're gonna have to like rate a priest, like rate my professor.
Jesus.
You're just gonna like 5 stars, real man of God.
Yeah.
1 star, don't let him near Timmy.
Right.
3 stars,
Yeah.
great softball coach, iffy on the confessions.
Right. It'd be on the right. You're just going to like Catholic Yelp.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally going through Yelp reviews, Kelly Blue Booking priests and shit. Yeah, how are we getting these like? How are priests getting warnings on these things? It's like, okay, no, if you're not confirmed or you're not ready to lead a mass,
Right.
you don't get the collar. How about
Yeah.
if you're not like qualified to do any of these things, you don't get the collar.
Well, they're probably in such demand.
Well, apparently
There's so many openings that they're pushing people through, and they're like, "Hey, you're good enough. I mean, you're an orange priest.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean,
yeah, you don't got any like red flags on here. Just a bunch of yellow cards.
Right. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's just like football. It's like soccer scores and stuff like that. It's like just a bunch of yellow cards.
Right.
Once you get a red card, then you're actually out.
Yeah.
Yellow card, sit down, 5 minutes, penalty box.
You know what? It doesn't even matter. There's a church in Detroit. They'll take anybody.
You know what? Our bench is full right now. You know what? Get up. You can be the water boy right now. But yeah, while bishops have already received their cards already, 18,000 deacons and priests are still due to receive their cards by the end of this year. So yeah, they're going to have to figure out how they're going to update it, when they're going to do it, what's going to be the monitoring system, because it feels like you need to have like an outside source do this, like maybe
like the police.
Yeah, maybe like law enforcement. But I can't really imagine how this is going to go in the future. But yeah, just imagine seeing priests walk in to like give a mass, wherever it's like, hi, we have a guest speaker today. This is Father Mayhew. Everybody pulls out their phones real quick and zooms in on his chest.
Yeah.
It's like,
right.
The whole congregation just gets up
and just get up and leave.
Then like 6 stay, and you're like, actually, let's keep an eye on them.
Let's keep that right.
Let's keep an eye on those 6 who seem to be really liking Father Mayhew now.
They just don't have phones. They're just sitting there like,
it's a flip phone.
Why'd everybody leave?
Sorry, I got my jitterbug out. Got my old razor.
Got my razor. I'm gonna take a picture of the father up there.
Yeah, what's a QR code? But yeah, I wonder how this was gonna go. And this right now, it's only in France because it's. I don't know. It's one step away from like weird. It's like a card carrying member of the the pedophiles club,
right?
Which that's already one step away from being a priest. But at this point, like you're already going to be a registered sex offender. You should just be taken off priesthood altogether. Like you should not be allowed to practice priest duties anywhere. Like you should be disbarred or deordained.
If you're convicted, then
uncircumcised, whatever they do.
You're done.
However they do their priests.
Wait, they uncircumcised?
I don't know what they do to priests.
I don't even know that's possible.
Well, they did it on Friends, I guess, with some salami. Give me some salami and some Gorilla Glue. I'll make you a whole new cup. Make you a whole new hood, Michael. Give me that. Give me 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it's a weird little thing we're gonna be following. Maybe see how this maybe goes in the future. But yeah, it's just a weird people who's gonna police this. You guys? Okay. Yeah, I'll really take this with a grain of salt.
Well, I mean, if you are Catholic, look for those QR codes.
Yeah, look
coming
for your
to a priest
QR code.
near you.
Look for your QR codes. Leave a review. Leave a star review. But
do research. Okay, make your good decision on which church you will be attending.
Exactly. Make good decisions, like we tell the SEALs.
Make good decisions, SEALs.
But Michael, I want to talk about something else right here because we were talking about having some medical procedures there. I can fix you up back real quick. Like I said, duct tape, salami,
there you
Gorilla
go.
Glue, whatever we need. But
Talk
right
about
here, Michael,
medical procedures.
we're gonna stay over in the European areas right now. But we're going
Okay.
to go to Germany.
Okay.
Yes, German.
Germany.
Because a German surgeon has been fired after getting a hospital cleaner to help with patient during a toe amputation.
Well,
I
they were
believe
nearby.
I think that you shouldn't have fired this doctor. I think you should have promoted this janitor.
Right?
Like
That's how you fix that. You're like, actually, he's an assist.
Actually, he is now a certified nurse.
Yeah.
That's
Right?
You are a CPA. I don't know what you
Maybe he
mean
just
by
got
that.
confused, but they probably wear the same type of scrubs. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, hey, you, get over here. And the guy's like, all right, this is my shot.
I just
Finally, my chance to shine.
imagine the janitor from
Goodbye,
Scrubs though the
taking
whole
out the
time.
trash.
All I could think was the janitor from Scrubs who was just like,
He would have nailed it, though.
so let me ask you, gonna keep that toe?
You're gonna keep
Is there a plan to go with that toe when you're done with it? Because I mean,
Right.
if you're just gonna throw it out, can I have that toe?
I'll take that toe.
But yeah, like I said, Berlin officials at a hospital in West Germany have expressed regret after it emerged that one of their surgeons got a cleaner to assist in a toe amputation. Why? There was no complications. The patient is fine, but the doctor is fine. I'm serious.
I just want to know what they did. Like, if they just held the bag for the toe to fall into. I think we're good here.
Did you hold this flashlight for me real quick? What was it?
We're cutting out the middleman. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, if they were cleaning up,
Did this person just wheel the trash can over a little closer?
Right.
It's like, what did you do?
Right.
But a public broadcaster reported Friday that the incident at the Mainz University Hospital, which happened in 2020, didn't result in any complications to the patient, but the doctor has since been fired. Like I said, I feel like you should have just
ends well.
You should have just promoted that janitor. That
promote
guy
the
got a
janitor.
raise. I feel like that guy should have got a cut of that surgery profits. He should have got a cut of the insurance payout.
He should have.
He should have got some of the copay. But yeah, the hospital's chief executive, Norbert Pfeiffer, that's a German name if I've ever heard one.
Norbert Pfeiffer.
Norbert Pfeiffer. The surgeon wrongly decided to go ahead with the routine procedure even though no qualified assistant was available. When the patient who had received a local anesthetic became restless, the doctor asked a nearby cleaner to hold the man's leg and pass surgical instruments, according to the local daily Mein seine Allgemeine Zeitung. So, yeah.
I'm sure he told him to wash up first.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. It was like, well, you already got gloves on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're rubber, but still. they're yellow. They're elbow
Taking out
length.
trash and cleaning toilets with them. But just hand me that scalpel, will you?
They're purple. They're elbow length. Come on.
They're fine.
But yeah, okay, that's a little bit more than holding the bag. But yeah, that's more like some field surgery triage. Like
Yeah.
this feels like that. If you've ever watched Grey's Anatomy, if you ever listeners were a Grey's Anatomy fan, this sounds like the military doctor Owen who takes over. He's like just the triage guy who was in Iraq and stuff. Who's just like field medicine now. Get the staple gun, just shooting himself in the leg and stuff. It's like that's what this guy was. He was like, we don't have time to wait for a nurse. Bite this leather. Hold him down.
Right.
Jesus Christ, it's some Wild West type surgery.
We gotta get the toe off now.
Surgeon / barber / taxidermist over here. It's like that fucking lady we talked about who took that foot off that guy in the nursing home not too long ago, and she was like, I'm taking that foot.
Taking that foot.
I feel like this janitor was like, I'll help. If I won't say a word. You just you let that toe disappear. I won't say a word, but I'm just saying.
All the while, there's cameras in every room.
Yes, it's like there's a whole there's a display booth up there with other residents and nurses looking down in horror.
Probably recording the surgery. I mean, every surgery is probably recorded now, right?
I just imagine, they had the observation booth. There's the fucking chief of surgeries walking in with some fucking board members, like, oh yes, and we have our head of osteo down there taking right down what appears to be a janitor by the collar and holding his hands down. As you can see, it's totally fine. Oh yeah, he's holding the man's head down too. Okay, this is.
Did he?
You know what? Let's go see the pediatrics ward. Why don't we go ahead and watch?
Wait. Did he just drop a plunger and pick up a scalpel? What the
Did he pull those pliers out of his tool belt?
Oh my.
Those are needle nose. That's not even surgical level.
Did he just finish that incision with a pocket knife?
That is Gorilla Glue.
No.
That's not stitches. He pulled that out, pulled the top off with his teeth.
Is that liquid nail? I thought so.
That is some JB Weld if I've ever seen it. Like I said, I don't feel like this doctor should have been fired, man. If everything went right, if everything was fine, like I said, this was just a thinking on your feet type situation. If that toe needed to come off then, that toe needed to come off then, man.
That's right.
He couldn't do it by himself. He had the janitor nearby. He was like, you good with blood? Good. Hold down.
Right? Anesthesia only lasts so long, right?
Like I said, like Michael said, I felt like this janitor was just like, it was his time to shine.
Right.
It's like a cleaner with no
wanted it,
medical
man.
experience, assisted in German surgery.
I mean, props to him. Getting in there, like.
The paper reported that the cleaner had no medical experience, and the incident came to light after a hospital manager spotted the cleaner, bloody gauze pads in hand, in the operating theater.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, chief of surgery walks in, like, as we can see here, just janitor turns around holding up bloody gauze, and like, I'm
cleaning up.
Cleaning? Shit. Just runs like this. Yeah, just I can't imagine what the fucking room looked like in that moment. Because you
they
had
didn't fire
to be
the janitor, did they?
No, I don't think they fired the janitor.
They shouldn't.
No, definitely not. Yeah. But like I feel like at that moment where you just like, okay, you finish up, but we're gonna talk about this afterwards.
Yeah.
Wash up afterwards. Like, you still need to, I take the trash out when you're done. But you come to my office.
Right.
Like, I feel like he still had to finish the surgery. Like, you walked into the room and the guy was doing the surgery. Did you help with it and finish up, or did you just let the janitor finish? Like, well, I mean, he's already got a mask on. Like I said,
he's cutting out the middleman. I mean,
he's taking it where we're going.
Right.
It's on the way. Yeah, like I said, Germans have known to have been a little straightforward, right to the punch, no beating around the bush, and right there, that is not waiting around right there. That is to the T right there.
You got to give it to him, man. That was efficiency. It was not against
German
protocol,
engineering right there.
Not against protocol. I mean, totally against protocol, but man.
Goddamn, that was efficient.
That was efficient as a mofo.
In, out, that man had a tea time at 10.
That's right. He was all cleaned up before he even woke up.
I bet the surgeon did. He had a tea time to be too. He was like, listen, I have 4 people waiting on me at 10 a.m. We're getting this toe off. I got some bolt cutters in my car if it takes me. I will do this in a heartbeat, in and out.
Exactly.
Put some ice on it, be gone. But yeah, like I said, that's just some German engineering for you right there.
Absolutely.
Don't got the staff? We'll find the staff.
I'll train you.
I'll train you now. I deputize you as surgeon now.
You hold pliers, you hold toe.
Yeah, it's like getting deputized on the spot as a surgeon.
Right.
I didn't go to medical school. You don't need medical school.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I'm gonna bring us on back to the good old U.S. of A, Michael, because we're gonna go on to Louisville, Kentucky.
All right.
Get some Kentucky fried Louisville.
I can do that accent. There we go.
There you go. Michael can do that one.
Yeah.
But Michael, the problems of having a roommate sometimes when you're over 30.
Yeah.
Sometimes
so many problems.
Sometimes you guys just don't get along, and sometimes they eat that last Hot Pocket.
Oh,
and
that
shit
son
gets
of
real.
a bitch.
Because a man shot his roommate in the ass for eating the last Hot Pocket, police say. And dear God, the picture they have of the man who shot him, he is grinning like a motherfucker. He is just, he's like, yeah, I shot him in the ass. I told him I was going to. I shot him right in the ass. I said I was going to do it. I did it. Some bitch took my bacon, egg, and cheese Hot Pocket. I was right my breakfast.
That's right.
I can still see the wrapper on the top of the trash can.
We talked about it. I told him that was my Hot Pocket.
That was my Hot Pocket.
I told him.
A man was shot over the weekend in Louisville over a Hot Pocket. The Louisville Metro Police Department arrested 64-year-old Clifton Williams on Sunday after they said he shot his roommate following an argument in the Winnedette neighborhood. Clifton, that sounds like a man who would shoot you over a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, apparently.
Clifton Williams. 64-year-old Clifton
I'm
Williams.
looking at his mugshot right now. He happy as hell he did that shit.
I guess
this dude, he's listen, fella, life sentence don't mean shit to me. I shoot your ass.
I shoot your ass.
Life sentence don't mean nothing when you're at the end of it. God damn.
I paid good money for them Hot Pockets, man.
Listen, I told him, I mean, listen, it was to be technical, it was the last pepperoni. We had the ham and cheesins, but the ham and cheesins just taste like throw-ups, and he knows that.
Yeah,
he always leaves me those.
It's a different kind of cheese. I don't know what the difference is. It's a different cheese. It's in the pizza ones. It's in the ham and cheese ones. It's just different.
The cheese ain't nothing like it was in Icebowl.
The cheese is different.
Cheese is different.
Goddamn hormones and cheeses. Police said Williams' roommate had eaten the last Hot Pocket, so he started throwing tiles at him. Arrest slips say that the roommate tried to leave.
Laying around.
Just fucking pulling tiles out of the floor and throwing them at him.
You know what? I ain't retiling this goddamn floor either until you go help.
Whipping tiles at you like a goddamn frisbee. But he said the roommate tried to leave, but Williams then went inside and got a gun. The man was then shot in the buttocks as he was trying to leave, according to the police. And the fact that they put, the man was shot in the buttocks, I believe that was a direct quote from Deputy Gump.
I think.
He's like, this is the one chance I'm going to get to say this. He was shot in the buttocks. Is that what the quote you want us to put?
Is that?
Yes.
Yes.
The victim traveled a few blocks to get help and was taken to the hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Williams is being charged with assault and ordered not to have contact with the victim. He's just limping down the son of a bitch shot me in the ass. God, son of a it was a hot pocket. You mother.
I told you I was going to go to the store tomorrow. God damn.
It was only a fucking pepperoni hot pocket. We still got the ham and cheese. Just go knock on your door. It's like, oh my God, sir, what happened? Goddamn roommate shot me over a hot pocket. I think you might want to stay outside, actually. Just some good old boys. Never meaning no harm.
That's right. Don't take the damn hot pocket now.
Don't take a man's hot pocket. You take 64-year-old Clifton Williams' hot pocket on a Sunday afternoon. That man was prepared. He just got back from church. This was his Sunday lunch right here.
That's right. Fucked it up.
He really did. This is a single 64-year-old man living alone. This hot pocket is all he had that day, okay?
Right. You took that.
You took his only joy that day. He had to shoot you in the ass.
Took the only thing I love, man. What do you love?
What do you love? I see the way you do the squats.
Yeah.
I see those new briefs you keep ordering.
That's right.
But Michael, I got two more stories for you, Michael. And
all right, let's.
One of them, they're both kind of animal related.
Okay.
But one of them is just, God damn it, because you and I, we're responsible dog owners. We like to think ourselves responsible dog owners.
I think so.
You know what? They are a man's best friend. But I would never take those good boys and make them take the blame for me for something that I did. They're too good. They're too good at boys. But a man,
unless it was a fart.
I mean, that could be anybody.
That could be anybody. I would probably blame my kids, though.
That could be anybody. There's no proof of the fart. There's no DNA in the fart.
That's right.
But a man pulled over for DUI tries to blame his dog for driving.
That son of a bitch. After all he's done for you, probably.
That dog was sitting in the passenger seat just living his best life, window down, just the whole time. Saw those red and blue lights, thought it was a goddamn party. And all of a sudden, he's thrown in the driver's seat, duct taped to the steering wheel, and all of a sudden, he's got to make an alibi for you?
Right.
Fuck you.
That's fucked up, man. Now he's going to the pound. You don't know how long.
Yeah, they're going to put him down in a heartbeat. There's no bail for him. They're not. What do you think they're going to do to him? Look how pretty he was. He's not going to do well in the pound.
Nobody gives a shit about dogs.
He's going to be taken back in a heartbeat. He's not going to do well in that, man. I can't do time. Look at me. I'm a Pomeranian, man. I can't do time.
I'm a Pomeranian.
I can't do time, man. Look at me. I'm too pretty. A Colorado man was arrested after blaming a dog for driving over the speed limit as he swapped seats with the animal after getting pulled over.
Man, that's desperation, huh?
It really is. I mean, I've heard of blaming your dog ate your homework, but I've never seen, oh, no, the dog was driving.
How drunk you got to be to think,
that's a better idea. How drunk do you have to be thinking that, okay, I could be drunk driving, or
hear me out.
I could be letting my dog drive on the highway.
Yeah.
So who's really to blame here?
Wait.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Who's really to blame,
dude? That speaks to how drunk he was right there.
Yeah, when you think that the better option is to put your dog in the driver's seat instead of yourself. Like, at least the dog could have just been like, sorry, man, I guess they'll call your mom to come pick me up. But now the dog's going to go to the pound. Now that dog's going to get put down. Now you got that on your conscience. Man. That dog going to be sitting there just doing prison workouts waiting for you to get out now.
Right.
Just doing fucking dips in the back.
It's going to fuck you up.
Come on, looking like a pit bull even though it's a Pomeranian.
That's right.
Got those big chest muscles now.
They searched him everywhere, you son of a bitch.
The incident occurred at approximately 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday night when the police in Springfield, Colorado conducted a traffic stop after they witnessed a driver going 52 in a 30. It was when the officer approached the vehicle, however, that they witnessed something unique. The driver attempted to switch places with his dog, who was in the passenger seat as the SPD officer approached, and watched the entire process.
That's so awesome.
So,
Dude, check this out. Look, he's going to put his dog in the seat. No, he is. He's just pulling it in his lap. No, watch.
No, he's getting over.
He's over there. He is buckling the seatbelt.
He's upside down in the seat. He's in the passenger seat.
Does he know his windows aren't even tinted? What is? Oh my God.
Oh my God. He knows we're not even in the car anymore, right? They're just standing beside the window. But yeah, it says as they approached, they watched this entire process. The male party then exited the passenger side of the vehicle and said he was not driving.
Hey, I wasn't driving.
Hey, if you're looking for the driver,
he's right there,
you
buddy.
caught him red-pawed.
Let me tell you, that guy, he is a speed demon.
He had way too much.
Way too much to drink today.
The male party was apprehended quickly within about 20 yards of the vehicle after he made a run for it, apparently. Authorities said the suspect showed clear signs of intoxication. Really?
Yeah.
What was your first hint?
Right.
The drunk driving or the I'm going to switch places with my dog and think this is the best way out of this?
Yeah, I'd say both of those are clear signs.
Yeah, he just got up and was like, I think the suspect you're looking for, officers, is right over... Shit! He's trying to run. Just fell 20 yards of his vehicle.
Right.
The man had reportedly been driving some 90 miles from Las Animas to Pueblo in Colorado and got lost in Springfield along the way. But once arrested, it was discovered that the suspect had also had 2 active warrants out for his arrest.
Whoa.
Once again, you gonna try and get this dog to take the blame for you? Fuck
Wow,
you.
man. Wow.
Man was subsequently medically cleared at the hospital, but then booked into the Baca County Jail for his warrants and charged with driving under the influence. Meanwhile, the dog was involved in the case was given to an acquaintance of the driver to take care of while he remains in jail. Like I said, the police wanted to make sure that everybody knows that the dog does not face any charges yet.
Right, yet.
And was let go with just a warning.
Okay.
But we got our eye on him.
That's right.
As right now, he's still associated. He's still an associate.
Right.
We don't know what that dog could have been muling. Because was it a dog or was it a mule? Oh. That'll be all, folks.
Tune in next week.
I feel like this
the
chief
amazing
police
reveal.
has lost his mind.
Oh my God! All right, so you said you got one more.
I got one more story for you, Michael, and this
All
was
right.
just a good old reference to a great line from one of our favorites, Nicolas Cage.
Oh yes, the Cage.
Because when I was leaving California, Michael, this happened on the day I was leaving.
Did you see Nick Cage?
I did not see Nick Cage. I would have
Damn
told
it.
you if I saw Nick Cage. I would have brought Nick Cage back with
obviously.
me.
He's almost as popular as Pauly Shore.
Yes, absolutely. Same level.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah.
But on the day I was leaving California, I saw this headline, and I had to bring it to you, Michael, because I just couldn't stop thinking about Nicolas Cage. And I was wondering, I know he lives in Vegas, and I was like, this is why he knew this was coming in California.
Yep.
Because a huge swarm of bees strikes an LA neighborhood, sending 2 people to the hospital. A swarm
Just
of
2?
hundreds of bees struck the Los Angeles neighborhood of Encino on Monday morning. Speaking of Pauly Shore, Encino Man.
Hey.
Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore.
That's what he was doing. Those bees were in the back of that Roadrunner.
That's right.
But yeah, hundreds of bees struck the Los Angeles neighborhood of Encino on Monday. As the bees swarmed a man and a volunteer police officer, the man was stung multiple times and rushed to a hospital. The volunteer police officer tried to swat the bees away, but fell to the ground as the bees surrounded him and continued to sting him. The swarm kept attacking, and he fell down again. So yeah, this is one of the things they're really worried about this, because they were like, bees should not be trying to kill you. But Isaac Kazari, the local bee removal company, told him there was a cloud of hundreds of bees over there, and he said, "Oh boy." That's right away. I put my gear on because I could see them, and they are mad as could be.
The bees are fighting back, man.
I know, man. We talked about how birds might not be real, but these bees, they're definitely real because they got attitudes.
Yeah.
But the volunteer officer was in the area and called to rush for help. He was unconscious when he was taken to the hospital after receiving multiple treatments from paramedics. Police say he is in stable condition, but there is no information on how the other man is doing. But the beekeeper did say, he's like, the bees are believed to have come from a hive that was attached to a home in the neighborhood. But the bee removal company had sprayed the hive trying to kill the bees as the fire department workers warned residents to stay indoors and close all windows. Because it is not normal behavior for bees to be this angry and want to try and kill something.
What the hell? You just want to kill all your bees. Somebody will come and get them.
That's what he was. He's normally there to recover the bees. And normally when bees swarm, they kind of just swarm away.
Of the house that these bees came from tried to kill the bees.
It says a bee removal company had sprayed the hive trying to kill the bees.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it was the same guy's company, but a different company, I guess, had tried to kill the bees, but apparently had just infuriated them and sent them into a rage. And instead of them just trying to find a new place to hive, they just looked to find whatever they could attack.
Yeah.
And happened to come across an unsuspecting police officer and just a guy.
Damn. Like I said, bees are fighting back, dude.
The bees are finally fighting back,
They've
Michael.
had enough.
We got to worry about sharks on land. We got to worry about bees now coming after us. What else is next, Michael?
I mean, only if you're mean to bees.
I know the birds aren't real. We got to worry about birds.
Well, I always worry about birds, man. They're weird.
They are weird. I don't like birds.
Except for my chickens. I
don't
like
know.
the chickens.
Your chickens are pretty creepy. I see those chickens walking around like velociraptors out there just
They're
looking
giving
at
you
me.
the side eye.
They are.
Yeah,
Keep
they
my
give you that
calves covered
side
back there.
You just got to worry about your toes, man. No flip-flops in the yard.
All I'm saying, we covered a guy who got his calf ripped open by a chicken and he died out there. So
That's true. It was an artery.
Still,
right?
you
It
can
hit
get
the
the
artery.
back of that knee.
But that was a rooster. I don't have any roosters free ranging in the yard. Only nice ladies. Only
Okay,
hens.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got high knees too. That chicken's got to jump pretty high. Chicken's got to get some lip. Just
That's
jump real
right.
high and get that leg up there.
What they're really trying to do is they're trying to jump up there and smell your Oh My Gaia deodorant.
Oh yeah, they got a good
love
whiff of
Oh
that.
My Gaia.
They got a good whiff of it.
They do.
While these cocks are following me around everywhere I go.
That's right. That is not a term for female chickens.
I wasn't talking about the female chickens.
But, anyways, Oh My Gaia, guys, is an innovative all-natural deodorant, fragrance, and beard oil company specializing in paraben and aluminum-free products. I said beard oil weird that time, didn't I?
Beard.
Sometimes I do. But their innovative line of deodorants inhibit the growth of odor-causing bacteria while still maintaining effectiveness. And guys, Oh My Gaia, like I said, they use only all-natural paraben and aluminum-free organic ingredients. Guys, you can look up the effects of paraben and aluminum on your skin, and that will absolutely cement your decision to go to an all-natural deodorant. And if you choose Oh My Gaia, there is a ton of scents for you. From vanilla to cherry almond, sandalwood, lavender, lemongrass, Egyptian musk, coconut, dreamsicle, leather, lumberjack, honeysuckle, fireside, bergamot amber, pear, sweet pea, sailor, barbershop, and our very own scent, True Crime Pine.
I still have to wonder how that one tastes, but I'll get there one day.
Yeah, you'll get there, man.
I have to ask those cocks.
Piney.
Piney.
But True Crime Pine, if you're a big fan of True Crime Guys, and because you are a fan of True Crime Guys, you can use the word Creeper for 15% off at shop_ohmygaia on Instagram or ohmygaia.com. That's ohmygaia.com. Again, don't forget to use code word Creeper at checkout for 15% off.
That gives me some good vibes, Michael.
Oh,
and you know what
all
gives me
the
even better,
vibes, dude.
even better vibes, Michael?
Is it tonic?
It is tonic CBD.
I just somehow knew you were going to talk about tonic. We're on the same wavelength right
It's
now.
true, Michael. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. It's damn true.
It-
Not all CBD products are created equal, from how the hemp is grown and processed to how it is formulated and delivered into your body. Why is Tonic's products really stand out? Why, it's because they use original formulas. That's why. They use CBD, adaptogens, herbs, and superfoods. And they've been working to deliver the most effective, intentional, and sustainable products possible. Tonic cultivates their own hemp on their certified organic family farm. That's nice, little family farm up there.
oh, yeah, the family farm.
It's upstate New York. That hemp travels only 30 minutes to their distribution facility where it's turned into a finished product
Just a
and
hop and a
sent
skip.
to you. Just a hop and a skip. That's not about 30 minutes where the crow flies,
That's right.
which ensures only the highest quality vibes at every stage of the process. With values rooted in quality, integrity, sustainability, Tonic is committed to creating plant-based wellness products that are good for the people and good for this planet.
Like Tegrity Farms.
Integrity. Get some good old integrity in our life.
That's right.
Visit Tonic Vibes to learn
Tonic
more.
Tegrity.
Tonic Integrity. Visit tonicvibes.com to learn more and use code word CREEPER for 20% off your order. Since all you creepers out there need to get some good vibes in your life for listening to some of the stuff we talk about, visit tonicvibes.com.
We are
Once
all
again.
about the vibes, Andy.
It's a different dynamic, folks.
It's a different dynamic.
Visit tonicvibes.com to learn more and use code word CREEPER for 20% off your order. Again, that is code word CREEPER for 20% off your order.
Right on, right on. Thank you very much, Andy.
You are quite welcome.
And thank you, all of you who listen, and especially if you support our sponsors that help support us. Another great way to support us is patreon.com/truecrimeguys, where for just $2 a month, you get access to every Patreon exclusive that we have done. We've done one a month since we started TCG proper, as well as the first 50 Vault episodes. The first 50 episodes of TCG proper are in the TCG Vault on Patreon under the $2 tier. You get access to all that. We're also running a 7-day free trial for that tier. And hopefully you guys will love that content and want to bump up to the $5 tier, where for just $5 a month, you get access to everything we make and the video that comes along with. That includes every episode of True Crime Guys, every Patreon exclusive, every Sandu Stories, every Strange Shorts that me and Andy do every single Monday, every JTB live Q&A that we're doing monthly now, everything, including all the back catalogs of all those shows. Hundreds, guys, hundreds of audio files are waiting for your entertainment on Patreon. Again, that's patreon.com/truecrimeguys. There's a link below the description. Also, check us out on YouTube. Next week, we'll be back with a regular episode of True Crime Guys with the YouTube video and all that jazz as well. Okay? So until then, guys, I suggest you just keep creeping.
I think that's a good idea.
Just keep on creeping because we'll see you next week.
Just keep on creeping on.
That's it. All
That'd be a good shirt for us one day. Keep on creeping on.
I know. Get design that, Andy, will you?
I'm on it.
All right. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye. If you've enjoyed this episode, please feel free to check out all the other shows on our TCG network, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel. Starting every Monday with new episodes of Strange and Unexplained, followed every other Tuesday by our audio drama podcast, Sandu Stories. Then, of course, new episodes of True Crime Guys every Wednesday. And if that's not enough, head on over to our Patreon, where you can have access to hundreds of hours of exclusive content, including older episodes, strange shorts, the latest edition of Sandu Stories, and, of course, higher thoughts. But until next time, guys, keep creeping.
You hush your mouth, boy.